GI TV is brought to you by KWA, G&G Armament, Operation Lion Claws, Palco Sports, ICS, and Javelin Airsoft Gunworks.
How's it going, everyone? Thanks for joining us again for another episode of Airsoft GI TV. My name is Tim, and I have a really cool gun to show you today. We gave 3 of our technicians an assignment. We gave Spencer, Frank, and Aaron $1,200 to build any custom gun they wanted to. They were supposed to build a gun that they would like to add to their arsenal, something that they would take home themselves. And this is Spencer's gun. We'll take a look at Aaron and Frank's gun in the near future. Now, I know at first glance this gun does not look like a $1,200 AEG, but once I start going over the features, you'll definitely start to see the value in this. Spencer started with a base gun of a King Arms Colt M4 AEG, and he did that so that he could get the officially licensed trademarks on the left side of the receiver, and I think that was a fantastic idea because the officially licensed trademarks add another element of realism to this airsoft gun because it has the real gun trademarks. The metal body, the pistol grip, and the external barrel are the only stock parts remaining on this gun. Everything else has been modified, such as the Madbull PTS retractable stock. Spencer even changed the buffer tube to the LiPo buffer tube made by Madbull so that he could fit the LiPo battery in the back of the gun. Also by Madbull is the Daniel Defense Wrist 2 rail system. This has a SCAR flash hider on it. Underneath the rail system is a low profile gas block and an imitation gas tube, again to add to the realism. Now, normally when we sell custom guns, you don't get the accessories shown with it, but with this gun, you do. So this mini red dot sight is going to come with the gun, as do the front and rear flip-up sights and these Magpul ladder rail covers that are helping to cover the rail to protect your hands. Now, like I said, this gun does not look like a $1,200 gun. That's because Spencer spent most of his money and energy on the internals of this gun. Now, when I mentioned that Spencer spent a lot of energy on the internals of the gun, I really meant it. Normally, when you build a gun from the inside out, you'll still use some of the stock components, such as the gearbox shell. Because you don't really need to change that part unless it's already broken. But Spencer, thinking ahead, went one step further and replaced the King Arms gearbox shell with a very robust VFC gearbox shell. The drivetrain components on this gun are some of the best that money can buy. He's got a Tienley motor on here with Siegetek gears and an Airsoft GI POM piston. Now, the Siegetek gears cost $115 for a set of gears. They're some of the most expensive gears on the market, and that's because they last. Siegetek has a great reputation for reliability, as does the Airsoft GI POM piston, which, on the flip side, is not the most expensive piston on the market. The Airsoft GI Techs have been using the POM piston for all of the upgrade and repair work that comes through the Airsoft GI Tech department, and it has a great reputation for reliability. Now, as far as the compression components go, Spencer chose to go with Mechbox parts. Got Mechbox cylinders, cylinder head, etc. All that stuff is Mechbox, and since they're all made by the same company, they're all made to work together with each other. So you're not going to have any compression problems with this gun at all. Other miscellaneous gearbox stuff include the Scatterplot Kevin Sorbopads, which help brace the gearbox from the slamming of the piston all the time, and it also slightly helps correct AOE. We've got 8mm ball bearing bushings on this thing. This thing has low resistance wiring, and it also has the King Kong Burst Wizard Mosfet, which is actually a really cool feature. Spencer hardwired this Burst Wizard to the gun so that it helps protect the circuitry from the high voltage of the LiPo battery, but the Burst Wizard does much more than just protect the internal components of the electronics. You can actually program the Burst Wizard to control your rate of fire, to control your fire modes, and all that cool stuff. It actually has a lot of great features, and it's really cool that Spencer added that into this gun. Other internal components include a one-piece M4 Hopup and a Prometheus barrel. I shouldn't have to say anything about the Promi barrel. Everyone knows that they make fantastic inner barrels. Now, Spencer built this gun to be used with an 11.1 LiPo battery, but for added longevity, you can use a 7.4 also. You just have to use a really small stick battery that fits into the buffer tube of this gun. That's pretty much going to cover it for Spencer's build. Like I said, it's a plain looking gun on the outside, but this thing is built up very well on the inside. He stayed short of his $1,200 budget by about $3, so this thing was built for $11.97. Check out this gun as well as the other guns on airsoftgi.com. We're going to go over Frank and Aaron's gun in the very near future, like I said. My name is Tim. Thanks for watching GI TV.
Airsoft GI TV would like to thank Condor Outdoor, Elite Force, Contour Camera, Aries by Z-Shot, G-Code Holsters, and Vism by NC Star.